Brandon, I was interested in your story about June, and you seem to suggest that, June's story sounded very sad and very hard to deal with, and you suggested that it was sort of the left's fault for not being able to help her. I'd like to know specifically what it is you think the right should do to help June.
Sure. So I think that June's not her real name, obviously, but I think that the solution comes down to a little bit what I said about like our fundamental understanding of human nature and the role of government, and that if we expect the role of government to be nothing more than an aggregation of power and data and like intellectual experts, like whoever these people coming out of whatever government school is popular that year, to solve all these problems, that we have been and we will continue to be sorely disappointed. And that the answer instead is to empower local individuals and local communities. I think what's happened, for example, with the faith-based initiative offices out of the White House over the last 5 years in this administration has been shameful, in how we've completely undermined a large section of private sector actors who sought to help. And I don't think that extends to just religious-based organizations, but to a lot of community and local organizations. So I think that, so my answer then is generally, or is essentially this, that the federal government, if it seeks, or we've decided, that Congress has decided to spend federal funds on these instances, that there should be a preference to issuing grants, to providing financial incentives and tax benefits to local community organizations that best know the actors in the field, essentially. So, I mean, this isn't to brag about CLADC, but our understanding of like local Anacostia lifestyle and culture is much more effective than what some bureaucrat, not even that far down Pennsylvania Avenue, understands. I was talking to a kid, one of the site we work at, who's mentored by some of the folks that we work with. They operate like a little miniature Big Brother Big Sisters program, and he was talking about how, or his teacher was talking about how they were asking in like a geography quiz or something, like which river is the greatest divide, which river like greatly divides the United States. Obviously we would all probably answer the Mississippi, and his answer was the Anacostia River. And I tend to think that he might have actually had the correct answer in that. And so I think that there's got to be an empowerment of like local organizations and then civil society. And I think that doesn't have to be federal funded, but I think that does have to be, when we're using federal funds, to have a preference for local based organizations as opposed to like a federal agency or, my proverbial nameless faces bureaucrat with a clipboard. Which I think I might have stolen from Jonah Goldberg. So if anybody talks to him this week, I'm not claiming full credit for that phrase.